This February vacation week, we're here to share some creative ways to explore art making through play. Each video presents a daily prompt with a selection of suggested materials and connects to a variety of artists on view in the CMCA 2020 biennial. Our Art Lab series is designed for artists of all ages, and we encourage parents and guardians to modify materials and tools as needed. Dive in to express yourself and explore the possibilities and make it your own. Hi, Mia.
Hi, Alexis. This week, we're giving particular focus to two biennial artists, Tom Jessen and Fanny Broder.
Let's explore the exciting and different ways these artists invite us to think about art making and the excitement of playing games. While our galleries are closed, you can enjoy virtual tours on our website at cmcanow.org, nested in the drop-down options of the What's On tab under See and Virtual Tours. Works on view by multimedia artist Tom Jessen are grounded in the style and voice of play, and embrace the use of everyday discarded objects. He often uses chance operations such as the rolling of dice or the toss of a coin, or other game theories to construct and compose his works. Working in this experimental way keeps the experience of art making mysterious and engaging for him. Taking inspiration from the ways he uses materials like movable game pieces. On view in our galleries and visible from our courtyard, you can see Jessen's installation called Thomas, an interactive game piece composed of tracks from a Thomas the Tank Engine toy train set, arranged on the wall through a game of dice. Let's wrap up this vacation week with another extended and open-ended drawing game I'm calling Shape Shuffle Remix. I invite you to invent a drawing game of your own that uses a small deck of cards to shuffle repeated shapes to design abstract compositions using memory and chance. My Shape Shuffle Remix game uses lots of small blank papers that will be the card deck. I want a cool, snazzy, and brightly colored place to keep my deck of cards, so I'm making a small square origami box. Take a look at how I do it here. Once you've got the pattern down, it's so fun. And if you're like me, you may not know when to stop making them. And in just a minute, you can pause to review a diagram to see the steps I followed. Next, you can measure and trim blank squares of paper, or try accordion folding some strips that are sized to fit neatly in the box. Measure them to be a tad smaller than the dimensions of the box so you can easily shuffle them in and out. If you're working with the free art lab kits provided, I sized papers and placed them in the origami boxes I made for you. Grab yourself a marker or a drawing tool of your choice and begin to fill the page with shapes. I am going to be improvising a lot in this drawing game. Improvising is another way to say, make it up as you go, or to create in a spontaneous and unplanned way. I'm improvising and trying to copy the shapes one after another as a game to warm up my mind for this memory challenge. Then I color code the matching shapes with markers, reviewing how similar or slightly different the matches are to each other. It looks like I improvised a total of 7 different abstract shapes. I'll try several ways to experiment with matching my abstract shapes to the cards. You can give it a try too, with the end goal of copying as many of the shapes you've invented to your cards. Some will match by color and shape. Continue to fill papers with improvised shapes and forms. Challenge yourself to copy similar shapes quickly after you invent them. I think this is really fun, which is why I did it so many times. Color code the similar ones. Do this as many times as you like until you have lots of randomly drawn ideas to choose from. You might like to create separate decks of cards with distinctly different shapes in each. Now it's time to play. I'm playing a solitaire game, but you might invent a game like this that is for multiple players. I shuffle the deck and set out the cards I made. Then make some drawings, copying only the shapes facing up. I shuffle and get ready to play again. This time, I'll add new random shapes to any cards that landed facing up, to begin making a kind of remix effect in the drawings. And I shuffle, copy, and I remix. And color code over and over. At this point, I've created an expansive collection of shapes that I think I might use as inspiration for a larger drawing or painting. So I tried drawing it a couple of ways, copying the forms in the same arrangement on the page. Just outlines, then colored outlines, and set it aside with its deck. And I try a few other decks of shape cards just to see where it goes. I returned to a pencil version of a shape shuffle drawing, and I just love the spaces in between all the shapes. And I especially love the larger background shape formed by all the negative spaces. I'll copy this using my eyes and my memory of each shape, continuing to color code from the original deck. I've elongated the design a bit to show off and exaggerate the negative space, using watercolor pastels to densely fill in the shapes in the background with color. Do you recognize any of these shapes from earlier in the video? We hope you've enjoyed creating in these experimental and adventurous ways, and perhaps you've discovered a few new ways to transform play into artworks of your own. Extra special thanks to biennial artists Fanny Broder and Tom Jessen for providing the inspiration for this week's Harnessing Our Creative Spirits with Play. We encourage you to learn more about their work and the other 32 artists featured in the biennial by visiting their websites hyperlinked where available at cmcanow.org. Thanks so much for making with us this week. Please revisit or share these projects to inspire others and to fuel your own practice, imagination, and self-expression. We hope you'll stay in touch, and we look forward to making with you again soon.